Welcome to another episode of Kiss and Cook.
Today we're going to be making a delicious lamb with mashed potatoes and vegetables.
We're gonna start with 3 pounds of lamb shoulder, and we're gonna season it with half tablespoon of coriander, half tablespoon of cayenne pepper, and half tablespoon of salt. And finally, half tablespoon of black pepper, and then just mix it all together.
After spicing the lamb on the outside, chop 3 garlic cloves and stuff it in the middle of the lamb. You can use regular string for cooking if you don't have a wrapping like ours. Next, grease a pan. We're going to fry the lamb on the outside.
Make sure to brown it evenly on both sides.
And when it's browned evenly, we're going to want to put it in a deep pan or baking pan if you have one. Add a few extra cloves of garlic and a stick of cinnamon.
Nope.
Pour the remaining oil in the pan with the lamb, sprinkle some rosemary on top or put fresh rosemary, cover it with foil, and then cleverly sneak the cinnamon stick in. Trust me, it's going to make it smell good. Now cook it for an hour or two at 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Our lamb came out a little bit under, so we chopped it up in a couple pieces and then put it back in the oven for about another half hour. This can happen because the wrapping is too tight and sometimes the heat doesn't reach the middle.
Here's a sneak peek of our final product. Keep watching the rest of the video to see how we made the sides.
Otherwise, you'll just be eating a piece of lamb with a stick of cinnamon. So let's get started with the mashed potatoes. You're going to want to peel and slice 2 large potatoes.
Add the diced potatoes in a pot filled with water. Bring it to a boil and then drain it.
Add about 4 ounces of butter and then mash the potatoes until they're smooth.
If you want them to be creamier, add half a cup of milk and then keep mashing.
Toss in 2 chopped shallots and then mix again.
On to the veggies. We're going to start with a cauliflower, and we're going to do that by chopping it first.
Once we break the cauliflower pieces apart, we can throw that center piece away. And then we go on to option 1, which is cooking in a pan. First, we're going to add 1 tablespoon black pepper, 1 tablespoon salt, and then we're going to squeeze either half or a whole lemon. It really depends on how you want it to taste.
Add some olive oil, 1 tablespoon of chopped garlic, mix it all together and prepare it for frying.
After the cauliflower is golden brown, cover it and cook it on low for about 10 to 15 minutes. And now to option 2, which is baking the cauliflower in the oven. First, we're going to grease a pan with foil on it with some olive oil, and then we're going to place the cauliflower on it and coat that with olive oil as well. And then we're going to add our spice mix.
Bake at 450 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 30 minutes and flip over midway.
Now to add some greens with Brussels sprouts. Cut them in half and put them in a pan with olive oil. We're going to char them a little bit and then add some bell peppers to it. We made our Brussels sprouts in the same pan that we made our lamb, so we used the juices from the lamb, but you can feel free to add any spices you want. Then cover them and cook for 10 to 15 minutes on lower heat.
I hope you enjoyed our recipe. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
And make sure to also wipe that drool off of the screen because we know this is super delicious to look at.
Till next time, keep it simple, silly, and cook.